spotlight they've earned. All games are free to watch with on-demand on their YouTube channel. The cost is amazingly affordable, which means more kids get their moment to shine. IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
Hey Indiana, let's clear the air about vaping. Glue, rat poison, paint. We all know these products contain poisons like formaldehyde, arsenic, and lead. And these are just a few of the chemicals you'll find in e-cigarette vapor. Let's clear the air, Indiana. Don't puff this stuff. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to join the fight and spread the word.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Hello and welcome inside Holbert Arena for an HCAC matchup between the Franklin Grizzlies taking on the Rose-Hulman Fighting Engineers, a top 3 conference matchup. I'm Charlie Harris alongside Sean Shepard, but before the pregame coverage, let's take you through the sponsors who make tonight's broadcast possible. We'll start with Reynolds Farm Equipment, your local hometown John Deere dealer since 1955. With 5 central Indiana locations, Reynolds meets all your equipment, parts, and service needs. Boilermakers Local 374, representing skilled workers across Indiana. Discover the Boilermaker advantage with Local 374. Burton Electric, spark with confidence, your trusted electrical partner since 1986. Wheeler Mission, helping our neighbors in need since 1893 thanks to generous, caring individuals like you. Morales Group Staffing, building better futures one story at a time. Let us help you find your next opportunity. LifeWise Academy. LifeWise Academy brings Bible education to public school students during school hours. Learn more at lifewise.org. LIUNA, the Build America Union, 500,000 strong, fighting for better wages, safer job sites, and greater opportunity. And last but not least, IndianaSRN Sports Page. Sports from border to border and coast to coast, your source for high school and college sports coverage. Well, those are the sponsors. Once again, I'm Charlie Harris alongside Sean Shepard, and we have a fun game today. It's the number 3 team in the conference, the Franklin Grizzlies, traveling to take on Rose-Hulman, the number 1 team right here inside Holbert Arena. And I think the big thing early on is Rose-Hulman, they're number 1 in the HCAC. They are the team being hunted right now, more so than any other team in this conference. They took that one spot from Hanover a few games ago, and Rose-Hulman has not looked back. But if you're Franklin on the road, what can you do to disrupt Rose-Hulman shooting that has been lights out, a Rose-Hulman team that's top in the conference in field goal percentage. How can you disrupt that?
Just play your game. Franklin is a really good defensive team overall. They lead the conference in opposing three-point field goal percentage, so just really limiting the three for Rose-Hulman and really throwing Rose-Hulman off their game as well, because they are a really good offensive team as well.
Yeah, for Franklin, you mentioned the defense. That's how they make their money is with steals and with blocks. They average the most steals per game in the conference, over 10 steals per game. They average the most blocks per game in the conference. They turn the ball over, and that is the key to winning. For a team like Franklin, who their shooting splits aren't in the top of the conference. Obviously, still a good offensive team, can score the basketball. They're third in the conference. But defensively is where they really make their mark. You got to think in the first 4-8 minutes, they really want to disrupt Rose-Hulman in that half court, make it really tough, make it physical, right?
But also take care of the ball as well, as you see on the screen right there. 17 turnovers a game Franklin commits, so really limiting those turnovers as well would really be a factor to help Franklin win this game.
Yeah, and then rebounding as well. Offensive rebounding. Franklin, they lead the conference as well in offensive rebounding. So, and with Cole Pride for Rose-Hulman, at one point, this leading scorer, leading rebounder, he's been sidelined the last month or so, last couple weeks. He's working his way back. Cole Pride, unsure how many minutes he will play, if he will play today, but without Pride playing consistent minutes, that also makes it a lot tougher on guys like Christian Torres and guys like Jack Jenigas to really do the dirty work down low. So maybe Franklin can smell blood in the water without their top guy, Rose-Hulman's top guy, in Cole Pride.
Yeah, Jenigas really had to come in really in the middle of the season and get a lot of minutes all of a sudden, and you gotta wonder, what's been the cause for him coming back recently. Wonder if he was hurt at the beginning of the season as well. But he's been doing a solid job as well, averaging 6 points a game, 4.5 rebounds a game, shooting 50% from the field. So he's been a really nice filler for Cold Pride. But again, Rose-Hulman really needs Cold Pride back at full strength. Not starting today, but it would be good to see him get some good amount of minutes tonight.
Yeah, and also for Franklin, they're led by head coach Chris Hamilton, a younger coach in his fourth year with Franklin, but the Grizzlies, they like to sub a lot. They will play 10 guys, have 10 guys play consistent minutes, so they are not stuck to a 7-man rotation, 8-man rotation. They will really get production from just about anyone on the roster, and so you got to think that is another key for how they've had success rebounding and defensively, is because Chris Hamilton and his team, they love to have fresh legs. They want to beat you playing physical and with guys that have energy. So if you're Rose-Hulman, be ready for Franklin to throw a lot of guys at you, a lot of different matchups, a lot of different coverages as well tonight.
Yeah, to your point, they have 13 players that have played at least 11 games this season, so really not afraid to give other players a chance.
Yeah.
It's really that could really throw some teams off, because they might not really necessarily know who they're going to see that in the said night. So, it's really good to have a really deep overall bench, and that's kind of been an advantage Franklin for a little while.
And this is going to be a fun game because obviously Rose-Hulman offensively, you see their projected starters. There's Joey Schmitz, the sophomore leading scorer, 45% three-point shooter. Daniel Savovich, experienced upperclassman, doesn't turn the ball over, makes smart plays. Jack Jenigas, he's really burst onto the scene. So is Christian Torres. Nate Smith is a great team player, just a freshman, leads the team in assists, leads the team in steals. So Rose-Hulman, I would like to say they play complementary basketball. They have 5 guys that average 10 points per game or more. Now, not quite, because Christian Torres averages 9.7, but I'll go ahead and say they have 5 guys averaging in double figures. So they're a team that spreads the wealth. They're a top team in the conference in assists. So they just play team basketball, and that's hard to stop. When you're playing a team that's so fundamentally sound, it's hard to stop that.
Someone else that's not starting but has been a really solid piece, especially as of late, Evan Gentile. He has been really solid for Rose-Hulman lately, averaging almost 14 points a game in the last 8.
Yeah, and he's a freshman.
Yes.
And a true freshman, and he has no sense of fear shooting the basketball. in that Hanover game where Rose-Hulman won by 20, he had 4 triples in that game. So Gentili is not afraid to shoot the ball, and you're right. You're exactly right. A burst of scoring off the bench. So I'm sure we'll see plenty of Evan Gentili today, plenty of Joey Schmitz as well. But it's a top 3 matchup between Franklin and Rose-Hulman in the HCAC. We'll have more pregame coverage when we come back on RHIT.TV.
I'm Barry Schneider. I'm the President and Chief Operating Officer of Steel Dynamics Incorporated. Steel Dynamics is the largest recycling company in the United States. Faculty here is here to teach. You're not a bother, you're a purpose, but you can't be shy about asking. That's where you figure out I can only be better if I'm willing to accept the help and ask for it. Year in, year out, the caliber of graduates that comes out of Rose-Hulman stands above, because this is a challenging environment. But it's a challenging environment that's designed to help us be successful. And that, again, is the small school approach where the faculty is committed to your education. You are the purpose the school's here. Rose-Hulman is and will always be a special place for me because of the people that I've shared the experience of being here with. Together, we are stronger.
Welcome back inside of Holbert Arena, both sides. Few minutes before tip-off. And for the Franklin Grizzlies, they will be put to the test today. We talked about how they have a lot of guys that can play a lot of minutes. There's the probable starters. A bit of a smaller starting lineup, but like we said, they'll sub just about all of these guys today. So several different sizes and shapes of what you'll see for a Franklin lineup for all 40 minutes. But the probable starters right there, Rohan Pearson, you see the freshman guard, number 3. He's fresh off a 21-point game over Anderson when Franklin defeated Anderson. Franklin on a 2-game winning streak, riding some confidence. You know, they have guys getting better and better on this team, but once again, you go into a road environment like this where Rose-Hulman is 6-3 at home. It always takes a little bit more to get wins in arenas like this.
It does, especially when you're facing a red-hot team like Rose-Hulman, who's won 4 straight games and is playing its best basketball. It's been playing in a very long time. You know, a real threat to win this HCAC conference at this rate.
So Franklin, their leading scorer is a sophomore. Justin Harrington averages 14.5 points per game, 3.5 rebounds, and he likes to shoot the 3 ball as well. He has made the most threes on the team of any Franklin Grizzly. Harrington has knocked down 33 triples this year at a 38% clip. So Justin Harrington is going to be the guy for Franklin that they will want to get going early on.
Yeah.
And just a couple seconds until the national anthem inside here at Holbert's Arena.
Interested in starting business from the early lemonade stand as a kid to like starting my own software development website business in high school. Kind of turned me on to like computers and ultimately engineering. My name's Jeremy Clark. I graduated in 2009 with a software engineering and computer science degree, and currently am CEO of Plainsight Ventures. I was really interested in entrepreneurship, but I took it to the next level. And eventually, I was able to use those relationships with those professors to kind of do a lot of independent studies my last year at Rose. Once you kind of figure out, what you want to do and what you're passionate about, you can kind of chart your own path. And from that experience, I ended up starting another business, and I realized at my core, I just enjoy like tinkering and building things.
about bringing people together, and it's all about dogs.
Dog Day in the drive-thru is a day where we give back to our furry friends.
We hand toys out to dogs and their owners in the drive-thru.
My dogs love this event. Tails start wagging, the heads are out the window.
We also partner with local animal shelters to help dogs find their forever home.
Chick-fil-A knows the heart of the community. You meet new friends, you meet new dogs.
We just love seeing their faces in the drive-thru.
Real guests paid for their testimonials.
And welcome back. Starting lineups being read for Franklin. It's Rohan Pearson, Connor McNabb, Cooper Matthews, Zarian Moore, and now for Rose Holman.
Got some students down there.
And there's Daniel Savovich, the junior, mainstay in the starting lineup. And there's Christian Torres, the lead rebounder for the Engineers.
Yeah, they list him as a guard, but he can definitely play the 3, 4, or 5.
And number 15, Joey Schmitz, team leader in threes and field goal percentage. There's Nate Smith, the team leader in steals and assists. And there he is, Jack Jenigas. Big number 32, 6'7". He will have his work cut out for him. And then the Rose Holman Fine Engineers are led by fourth-year head coach Nick Sales. And what a coach Nick Sales is, really. Winning record, obviously, as the head coach at Rose Holman. Winning record in conference play, winning record on his home floor. He's done a really good job, not only last year with Rose Holman going 17-10, but this season being ranked second in the preseason HCAC poll. So, Rose Holman and Nick Sales, they're turning into the team to beat in this conference.
And they're still a young team. There's only 1 or 2 seniors on the squad, but they don't really play a whole lot. So, a fairly young team, and I'm intrigued to see how they will continue to develop.
And Dylan Beverly wins the tip for Franklin, and we're underway. Beverly nearly lost it there, but now we're underway inside Holbert Arena. Here's Pearson, swings to Matthews left side. Good perimeter defense and an early steal from Nate Smith. Nate Smith stops and circles back outside. Great start defensively for the team leader in steals in Nate Smith. Didn't take long for him to get going defensively. Hand off to Schmitz. Schmitz hunting for a shot with 10 on the shot clock. Savovich, contested triple from the baseline, no. Schmitz is there for the offensive rebound. Backs down. Couple dribbles inside, steps through, and he traveled.
Took too many steps. Tried to get around the defender. Did not have any size underneath the basket. I would have liked it better if he had passed it out. So both teams beginning the game with the turnover.
One for both sides. A defense chant starting to appear from the student section and the Rose Holman bench. Oh, a nice pump fake. Driving and shooting is Dylan Beverly off the glass.
And the junior from Greenwood, one of the taller players on the squad.
Beverly at 6'6", averaging around 7 points per game. And he starts the scoring. Joey Schmitz now outside. Now cutting into the lane, stops, and a strong take. Two minutes played here in this first half. Here's Beverly once again. Pearson left side. Now it's Matthews, looks right. Stops on the right elbow and misses too strong. And a fight for the ball underneath. Tied up. Rohan Pearson and Jack Jenigas in a wrestling match.
Pearson just went after the ball, and it almost paid off for him.
Rose-Hulman riding a 4-game winning streak. The Engineers are 5-2 in the month of January as a couple steals back and forth. Nate Smith looks to take it himself. He's blocked. Franklin leads the conference in blocked shots. And there's one from Zarin Moore. Extra pass. Rohan Pearson wide open. And laces the nets.
He gets rewarded for having a good play in the possession before, disrupting that first possession from Rose-Hulman with that jump ball.
So kind of what we anticipated pregame. A lot of defense, and there's some more of it. Here's Beverly wide open for the slam. Oh my goodness. Shot out of a cannon. And Franklin leads 7-2. Nick Sales would like a timeout. We'll take it with them right back here in a moment on RHIT.TV.
It's all about.
Welcome back. 30-second timeout. Couple of subs now in for Rose-Hulman. Evan Gentili, the freshman. Kobe Studemeyer.
Someone bought a Franklin Grizzlies basketball shirt and then put in another word underneath it. One of the students did.
Okay. We'll follow up with that. We'll follow up with that. Kobe Studemeyer now in the game for Rose-Hulman. Down low to Jenigas. Jenigas is turned over. That turnover might be charged to Gentili. And Cooper Matthews slithers in the left side. A tough finish at the rim. And Franklin, a loud 9-2 lead with several turnovers already.
Yeah, if you're Franklin, this is a start that you would want. Well, if you're Rose-Hulman, you got to wonder what's going on here. But they know that this is a good Franklin defensive team.
Jenigas down low, high percentage look, it doesn't drop. And Matthews scatters the rebound. Matthews up top, swing to the right side. And a travel called. And that brings us to our first full timeout. Rose-Hulman down 9-2 on RHIT.TV.
Independent studies, I came across the Indiedining.com domain name, and so I built kind of this restaurant listing platform that was a kind of Yelp before Yelp was really popular. So after graduation, I continued work on Indie Dining. I ended up meeting a CEO of a company called FormStack, and from that experience, I ended up starting another business. I built out the company, and then we merged companies again with FormStack. And I took some time off after selling that business, and I realized at my core I just enjoy like tinkering and building things. I started this venture studio where we kind of come up with ideas and we build them out, and then they kind of run with them. I'm behind the scenes kind of just doing what I really enjoy is building those products.
So how about those first 4 minutes for Franklin? 4 turnovers, 2 steals, a block, and a couple of forced bad passes. So I have this on my notes for Franklin and the Grizzlies. I said they like to turn defense into offense, and that's exactly what we're seeing as Franklin leads 9-2.
Yeah, only 4 shots attempted from Rose-Hulman with 4 turnovers. Almost a fifth And quickly in is Cole Pride. They need a lot of action from him today.
Here he is, Cole Pride up top. Savovich right side. Swing. Studemeyer lost it. Schmitz steps out of bounds. Make it turnover number 5. You know, the last time these two teams played, Rose-Hulman won at Spurlock Arena in Franklin, 74-48. Rose-Hulman won that. And the Engineers forced 18 Franklin turnovers.
Looks like Franklin's looking for some revenge, and so far they've done it, although turnover there, almost forced another turnover, but you know, that's what we need to see more of from Rose-Hulman. If you're a Rose-Hulman fan, is better defense, better offense, take care of the ball, make those easy shots as well.
You got to think Franklin had a bad taste in their mouth after that blowout. That was just a week and a half ago, so pretty recent loss for Franklin, and they wanted to come on the road and make a statement after that blowout to Rose-Hulman a week and a half ago. So far they've done so, up 9-2. 5 on the shot clock. Here's Savovich. Blocked by Dylan Beverly. And here's Cooper Matthews up the left side and scores with the little scoop shot.
Lucky that wasn't a foul as well on Rose-Hulman. Made that shot through some contact.
It feels like a matter of intensity right now, doesn't it? Just energy level.
Feels like more grit.
Here's Studemeyer. Nowhere to go, so he'll drive. Step back, nowhere to go. Here's Schmitz left side. Down to Pride. Pride's double team. Gentili, the freshman, now has to score himself. Drives right side. Pretty finish and a strong take for the freshman. A much-needed bucket there for the Engineers. Here's Cooper Matthews, awfully shifty. Now it's Beverly backing down the guard, and Gentili swipes it loose. The student section says Rose-Hulman basketball. Of course they will.
Beverly actually bobbled that ball when he first had it. Otherwise, it was going to be an open look for him. Instead, he had to make something out of nothing, and that's kind of what the result of it was.
So Savovich takes his seat. Christian Torres takes his seat. And now it's Will McElhaney for Rose-Hulman in the game. McElhaney, a freshman.
Yeah, he sees a lot of playing time. He's really developed into a nice player.
And here he is. He's got the ball and fouled by Beverly on the block. That's what you want, right?
That's exactly what you want. First touch, when you first come in, either get some points or draw a foul and earn at the stripe.
McElhaney short on the first one. McElhaney has played in 17 games, started in one of them, and he averages about 6 points per game and a 62% free throw shooter.
And a mass substitution for Franklin.
So McElhaney splits the pair, and some new subs for Franklin. Something we expected to see, plenty of fresh legs and plenty of substitutions. Here's Justin Harrington to Powell. Powell looking for a post entry, he won't get it. 5 to shoot. Powell, left elbow, tough. Jay missing, rolled off the rim. And a foul called 90 feet from the basket.
On the
it's
rebound.
Against Franklin.
And that's what you miss whenever you don't have Cole Pride on the floor, is his aggressiveness and ability to get the big rebounds.
Will McElhaney, a freshman, gonna need to play big minutes. 6-point deficit. This could make it 3, and Schmitz misses off the rim. And Franklin looks to push. Here's Justin Harrington, cross court. finds his teammate Fairs. And down to Avery Saunders. Saunders working on Gentili. He goes up strong and banks it in from the baseline. A tough angle.
Yeah, that's a strong basket from Saunders. Nice pass inside from Ferris, though.
Gentili, no space to shoot. He's hunting for it. Instead he'll drive. Double clutch. It rolls off the rim. Oh, a tough break. It's an 8-point lead.
Saunders and McElhenney are going after it underneath the basket.
Wide open Benny Powell, and he bangs it home. It's the second triple for Franklin, and the Grizzlies shooting 7 of 9 from the field. Rose-Hulman just 2 of 8. Studemeyer, no. McElhaney to drive the Euro step. Can't get the roll. Fight for the ball. Who's got it? Franklin does.
That is the third or fourth missed layup that Rose-Hulman has had in this game so far. It's really costing him.
Rose-Hulman down 16-5. We'll be back in a moment.
The thought process and the training on how to think about things, I think, has been more valuable than the degree in my career. But I really feel like Rose taught me just the structure of how to think well. That structure and that discipline has been something you can apply even when it's not to what is kind of a stereotypical engineering problem. That's been, I feel, a real benefit.
Hey sports fans, are you ready to get even closer to all the action with IndianaSRN? Subscribe now and never miss a moment. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and get instant access to exclusive live streams. Stay updated with real-time scores and breaking news by following us on Twitter, your ultimate source for everything Indiana sports related. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube and smash that follow on Twitter. Join the IndianaSRN family today and take your passion for high school and college sports to the next level.
And welcome back to Holbert Arena. Sean Shepard alongside Charlie Huris. An 11-point deficit through the first 8 or so minutes. If you're Nick Sales in that huddle coming out of that timeout, man, what are you saying maybe to pick up the energy, or what can be solved right now?
Take care of the ball. 5 turnovers. Make your layups. 2 of 10 from the field. 3 or 4 missed layups. That's really been the reason why Franklin's off to this great start.
Will Spellman fades away. Tough shot. That's a tough shot, and he swished it.
Spellman doesn't usually see a whole lot of time. This is 7th game. They're making an impact right away.
Nate Smith, cross-court, dangerous pass. McElhaney kicks out Gentili. He's wide open and swishes it.
He was so wide open. Smith wasn't even supposed to be touching the ball, but found Gentili right behind him and just made the 3.
That's how open he was. He had a teammate catch it, hand it to him, and he still had plenty of time.
That's kind of lucky, if you ask me. Maybe that's type of break that will start Rose-Hulman.
Spellman again, pounding, shooting, and swishing.
Tough shot. He's got a lot of muscle on him too, so he's just really muscling his way through it.
I mean, reminds me of Al Jefferson.
Big Al. Haven't heard that name in about a
Jenigas.
Haven't heard that name in about a decade.
Gentili left side, no. And Harrington brings down the rebound.
Give it back to him.
Here's Matthews, fades away inside the free throw line, swishes that one. Offensive onslaught. Franklin 10 of 12 from the field. Will they ever cool off? They're up 14.
And they're one of the worst shooting teams in the conference, so
They have the second to last field goal percentage. And a strong move by Jenigas. Big time bucket. Here's Harrington. Quickly over to Pearson. Pearson drives, initiates contact, and gets fouled.
See that again. Yeah, that's the pass.
For Gentili's triple.
Yep.
So Rose-Hulman shooting 4 of 13 at 31%. Franklin shooting 10 of 12, which is 83%. We played 11 minutes. Harrington's first free throw, no good. Justin Harrington, a 5'11 sophomore from Indianapolis. He went to Ben Davis High School.
A really good program.
It's actually Rohan Pearson at the line. Pearson from Avon, so also an Indianapolis area kid. And Pearson knocks down the second one. So up to a 13-point game. Nate Smith over to Gentili. Gentili on the drive.
Oh, nice shot fake. Acted like he was going to go up a bit right there. Instead, did the reverse after the shot fake and got an easy two.
So Gentili starting to get going. He's got 5 points. Matthews on Nate Smith. Good pass over in the corner, and it misses. Gentili's there for the rebound. Pretty dribble moves. He's still going. Calm down. Torres now. He's blocked.
Yeah, Torres should have passed that ball.
Yeah, he should have, but
Savovic was wide open at three. Is 1-on-3 down below. He should have passed that ball to Savovic, had an open look at three.
But thankfully for Christian Torres, the Engineers retain possession. Let's see if they run a set play, and they will. It's down to Jenigas, now to Smith. Smith thought about the mid-range.
Should have taken that as well.
Gentili steps back, left side. Oh, so close. That would have been huge for momentum, but the Engineers will have to do it on the defensive end now. Matthews, kick out, wide open, and missing short is Connor McNabb.
Yep, hit him in the head.
And a foul called. That brings us to the under 8 timeout. Franklin, a convincing 23-12 lead. We'll be right back on RHIT.TV.
When I was growing up, I had pretty good math skills, and I had a high interest in science. My mother's father was an engineer. Although I never really knew him, I knew of him. So the option of being an engineer was always exciting to me. And as I progressed through high school, one of the things that really stuck out to me, our football training room in high school had a Rose-Hulman football poster. As I got closer to making a decision, I learned a lot about Rose, and the appealing thing to me was that it was going to be a small setting. I would maybe have an opportunity to play football, which I knew I wasn't going to be a professional football player, but the team association, the friendships, the camaraderie had always been important to me.
And welcome back. Sean Shepard alongside myself, Charlie Harris. Rose-Hulman, starting to dig in now with 7:43 left until halftime. Evan Gentili has started to get going. He's got 7 points, but other than that, Rose-Hulman, not a lot of anything. 5 of 16 shooting. It's started to feel like they've been better defensively, but I don't know. It's just been hard for Rose-Hulman to find open shots tonight, and that's what we expected, right, when we talked pregame. Franklin is a defensive-minded team.
Yes.
And that's what they're doing here today. A bad taste in their mouth from the blowout against Rose a week and a half ago, and they're controlling this game. But what needs to change for the Engineers until halftime?
Again, just taking care of the ball and making the easy shots. They missed about 4 or 5 layups in the first half. Well, for Franklin, you just love the way how aggressive you are being on defense. So really just keep on playing your game. Make adjustments if you need to, but as of right now, you're playing pretty well.
Here's Jenigas up top. Torres on the handoff. 5 to shoot. Here's Gentili. 3 to shoot. Spins in the lane. Goes up so strong and drops it right in the bucket.
Gentili has really come a long way.
Put that on the highlight reel. That was impressive.
He's going to be a really good player for this program.
And Gentili records a foul away from the ball. Here's the replay, Sean.
Yeah, just finds Gentili and just uses his 6'2" frame.
Goodness.
Spin moves and gets a layup to fall. He's been the bright spot big time for Rose-Hulman today.
Yeah, Gentili now up to 9 points, 4 of 7 shooting. And it's Connor McNabb up top, Cooper Matthews. Matthews to the corner. And they'll swing the perimeter over to Jesse Fairs, who misses long. But there's Rohan Pearson for the board. Takes it outside, shoots it short.
Not a great shot.
Still a good chunk of time left until the break. Torres spinning, and he's fouled by Jesse Fairs.
Oh, he'll have to.
Ferris.
That's his second.
Jesse Ferris, a 6'5" junior, and has the job of guarding Christian Torres, who's 6'6". Torres swishes the first one. Christian Torres has started 14 of Rose-Hulman's 18 games this year. He averages 10 points per game and 7 rebounds. And he's also a 60% free throw shooter, and that one just bounces out.
Yeah, Rose-Hulman now 2 of 4 from the charity stripe.
Just an 8-point game.
Yep.
Here's Avery Saunders on the right block. Smith almost the steal. Cooper Matthews left all alone. Yeah, nothing but air. Gentili down to Jenigas. On the block. Takes 2 dribbles. Pounds inside. Shot fake. Nice fundamental footwork from Jack Jenigas.
Before you know, it's just a 6-point game.
And the finger roll misses. And Nate Smith has the boys running. And
looks like...
Oh, no, we have a...
Oh, he might have gotten stepped on.
It's Jack Jenigas, who's on his own feet.
He might have gotten stepped on, and based on the bench...
Yikes.
You might...
Can't really wear a cup playing basketball, right? We'll be okay. Six-point game. 5.5 left until halftime. Here's Savovich, a strong drive himself, and just can't get that one to fall, but very aggressive and a good sign.
Yeah, he's been cold, though. Now 0 for 3 from the field.
And a foul called against Gentili. That's Gentili's second foul.
So he'll have to sit out.
And yeah, he will take a seat. He got bumped pretty hard there. Foul is on the floor. So Rose-Hulman shooting just 37%, but it's only a 6-point game. Franklin starting to go cold as Rose-Hulman on a 7-0 scoring run. Matthews fades away and swishes another
shot.
one and kind of stares down the student section.
Yeah.
Okay.
A little bit of trash talk.
So I think there's some dialogue going on between the student section and the
That's a student section in a small gym. I mean, they're going to hear a lot of things.
Great pass to Cole Pride underneath. And here's Harrington going 700 miles an hour. And he's fouled by Christian Torres. Or Daniel Savovich, rather. So Franklin College just one of their last 7 shooting. So they've gone cold now.
They have cooled down, but it's still a 6-point lead for Franklin.
And Justin Harrington knocks down the first attempt. Now a 7-point lead. Justin Harrington, the leading scorer for Franklin, actually started the game off the bench.
Yeah, I was surprised by that. But it looks like they need some sparks off the bench.
But that's kind of how Franklin plays. They have so many guys that can fill in. It's just odd to see your leading scorer come off the bench. But it's worked. Wide open, Joey Schmitz, and he's long. Savovich grabs the rebound. And the Engineers will reset their possession. It's Cole Pride backing down Saunders. And a big time spin move draws the foul. More free throws coming for the Engineers. They are just 2 of 4 at the free throw line today. And it's the first time we're seeing Cole Pride at the line tonight.
Yeah, 72% free throw shooter. You know, he's 6'9", but he's got a nice touch. Although that one didn't go for him.
That one just rattles out. Savovich takes a seat. Kobe Studemeyer checks back in.
That was a second foul on Saunders, by the way, so he'll have to take a seat as well, which means Spellman checks back in.
Cole Pride knocks down the second one, and it's back to a 7-point game. Right over 4 minutes until halftime. Rose-Hulman trying to make a late push here in this first half. Maybe try to tie this thing up with a solid final 4 minutes. But
that pass.
Cooper Matthews goes up strong.
That pass from Spellman was sweet. Almost a no-look.
And that brings us to a timeout. 3:53 left until halftime. Franklin up 7.
Your kid's Friday night touchdown. Just Wit HD on Roku. IndianaSRN is bringing Central Indiana high school sports right to your living room in crystal clear quality. With over 350 live contests streaming each year, from football under the lights to basketball buzzer beaters, we're putting local athletes in the spotlight. Search IndianaSRN on your Roku device today and never miss a moment of hometown glory.
Countdown 3, 2, 1.
I need Gentile to play like.
Back inside Holbert Arena. Final 3 minutes and 53 seconds until halftime. And both sides have started to cool off. It's been a low-scoring defensive battle. 5 turnovers for Rose-Hulman, 5 for Franklin, 3 blocks for Franklin, and 4 steals for Rose-Hulman. So it's been a defensive-minded type of game. Both teams have struggled from beyond the arc. Franklin just 2 of 7 from 3. Rose-Hulman 1 of 6 from 3. So sluggish offense to start this first half. And Cooper Matthews misses the first one, and the student section will probably have something to say about that. Matthews at the line for a second one, and he misses 2 of them.
Well, students are having a little bit of fun with that one.
So Rose-Hulman now can, and a turnover. That was Spellman who read that pass like a book. And it's back to the Franklin Grizzlies. Here's LeBron Penny Powell. Now to Rohan Pearson. Pearson up top Carrington. Now to Matthews. Just swinging around the perimeter here. Matthews on the drive. Kicks out. Powell for three. Left side missing.
And now again, Franklin just has cooled down significantly. Just 1 of 8 their last 8 attempts.
Nate Smith. The nice layup, driving to the rim. Smith's up to his first 2 points today. Nate Smith, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, and 2 points. Under 3 minutes now, here's Carrington accelerating. The Grizzlies keep the possession alive. Straightaway triple. Cooper Matthews, no. It's 2 offensive boards. Franklin still hunting for a made bucket on this possession. They lead the conference in offensive rebounds. And here's Nate Smith with a couple of men down. Goes up and blocks.
Spellman.
Stuffed by Pearson. Yeah, there is Will Spellman. Walking on his own power. And Spellman will head to the bench. Avery Saunders checks in for Franklin. This was an 11-point game, now just a 5-point game. Schmitz thought about the 2. Instead, Cole Pride will try, and just missing.
Looked like he possibly was going to get the bounce, just could not do so.
Harrington, 10 on the shot clock. Driving right, pretty move. Changes hands, and he's fouled. When all else fails, drive it to the rim.
And again, the wrong person if you are Rose-Hulman that you want a foul, because he's an 85% free throw shooter.
Harrington, he's made the most threes for any Franklin Grizzly. And Harrington is up to 3 points today. And he knocks down both of them. So back up to a 7-point game. It's Nate Smith. Now to Joey Schmitz, who's been awfully quiet. Not very aggressive in this first half. And it's knocked loose, it stays with Rose. Joey Schmitz, just 3 field goal attempts, 1 of 3. He had that layup, which I think was the first bucket for Rose-Hulman of this game, and he's been quiet ever since. Catches the handoff. Schmitz pulls up right side and almost buries it.
A lot of rainouts so far for Rose-Hulman.
Kick out, Harrington, corner triple, and that one drops through.
Their transition offense is really good, especially tonight for Franklin.
Lead up to 10 with a $1:10 to go until halftime. Studemeyer tries to keep the dribble alive, and he turns it over. Up to Pearson, and Pearson misses. Brought down by Pride. Schmitz in transition. Finding Pride at the rim, and Pride goes up. Trying for the tomahawk slam jam, but he's fouled. Man.
Like he's trying to get back to his old self as quickly as possible.
Ooh. Could have ended very badly for Franklin. So Cole Pride will have to earn those 2 points here at the free throw line, where he's already 1 of 2. And that one goes in. Cole Pride leading Rose-Hulman in rebounding in this first half with 4 of them. Will McElhaney checks out for the Engineers. Under a minute to play. Pride's second attempt doesn't get the bounce, so it's a 9-point game.
Now, if you're Franklin, do you want to try to go for 2 for 1 or trying to kill some clock?
Matthews
2 for 1.
Loses control. Savovich.
He probably should have shot that, actually. He had an open look for a second.
Oh, it's tipped away. And so Rose-Hulman loses the chance at a 2 for 1. Franklin will have the last shot. Rose-Hulman looking for a bucket before halftime to give them some life, as I believe Chris Hamilton of Franklin calls a timeout. And it's a 30-second one, so 9-point deficit. I'm Charlie Hirsch alongside Sean Shepard. Rose-Hulman 9 of 25 shooting, just 1 made 3.
Yeah,
against Hanover, they hit 13 of them. Their last game, they made 9 threes. Rose-Hulman, they are a team that shoots the 3-ball, and not only have they not gone in, but they haven't had a lot of open looks. Rose-Hulman thrives in transition. They thrive with assists. Assist numbers are low, just 3 assists in the first half.
It's going to be the best offense in the HCAC versus the best defense in the HCAC, and so far the best defense has been in control for most of this game.
When Rose-Hulman is at their best, they are moving the ball in transition. They are finding open shooters when the defense is broken, and that's not been the case. Franklin, they have limited transition points for Rose-Hulman, and they have just made it tough living on the perimeter for the Engineers. So 29.9 left. 11 seconds between shot clock and game clock. 9-point deficit. The Engineers needing a bucket, and here's a wide open Cole Pride for the slam. 7-point game. 10 seconds left. The Engineers wanting a big defensive stand. 5 seconds. Here's Harrington. Harrington on the perimeter for 3. No good. Joey Schmitz from full court. And that's halftime. 32-25. A big bucket. And that, I'm not exactly sure, but that could have been a set play out of that 30-second timeout to get Cole Pride an open look.
It looked like it was, because it was just so done, so beautifully done by Rose-Hulman. Able to get the open bucket, open dunk, and that's a good way to end the first half on a high note after really not a whole lot of high notes.
Yeah, Rose-Hulman ending that first half, 38% shooting. Franklin, they started the game 10 of 12. 10 of 12 is how they started. Since, not great. They end the first half 12 of 27.
So 2 of 15 the last 15 shots.
Okay, yeah, 2 of 15 the rest of the first half.
Yeah.
Leading scorers for Rose-Hulman, it's the freshman.
Yeah.
It's Evan Gentili with 9 points, 4 of 7 from the field. He picked up those 2 fouls, so he had to go to the bench. Other than Gentili, we saw Cole Pride start to burst onto the scene with 6 points, 4 rebounds, and then we're still waiting on someone else to join the party for Rose-Hulman, right?
Yeah, really, you would think that Schmitz is only taking 4 shots, just 2 points for him, and so it's the first bucket, and since then he's been really just ice cold.
Franklin with 6 points off of turnovers. Rose-Hulman dominating inside the paint, 18-12, but offensively, the Engineers just going to need a little bit more. 1 3 in 20 minutes of action is not going to cut it.
Yeah, especially, I mean, but it's known that Franklin has the best defense in the HCAC, and again, limits teams to really poor three-point shooting. It's been no different today.
Yeah, so great defense versus great offense. Like Sean said, defense is winning, but there's 20 minutes left, and we'll see. Back here in a moment on RHIT.TV. Here you go, kind sir.
My first role model was definitely my dad, because he was an engineering major.
My mother's in this field, so it kind of got me interested in it.
The fun is actually learning it, getting through all these experiences, having to go around that you can celebrate things with. That makes it very different.
You know, this school changed my life.
Here tonight, I would remind you that the Stone Age did not end because of a lack of stones. Every major advance in civilization is a result of innovation.
So Rose-Hulman coming up on 150 years. The feeling that I have is a sense of privilege to be a part of it.
I like to make things. That's something I really enjoy doing. Creation, problem solving. I tend to have ideas and think, okay, can I make that? And I give it a shot, whether the answer is yes or no.
There's just a lot of people who care a whole lot here on this campus.
I feel immense pride in that community.
The place where students, staff, and faculty have the opportunity to look into the future and see themselves.
Engineers are not in the business of predicting the future, we're in the business of creating the future.
And want to make it good, want to make it strong, and want to make it just as great as it can be for the next 150 years.
Each of you has an original story. Rose-Hulman has its own story too, in which you play a crucial part. Your time contributed to our 150th year history of innovation, entrepreneurship, and discovery. That has significantly helped us shape the world. Today, our stories continue into the future. And I know you'll all make us proud.
So I keep them updated. Welcome back for the halftime show. Franklin, number 3 in the HCAC, taking on number 1 Rose-Hulman. Rose-Hulman looking to win 5 straight games. Currently on a 4-game winning streak. That's the longest winning streak currently in the HCAC. Franklin looking to win 3 straight games. And Franklin largely considered the best defense in the conference. Well, they're doing quite well. I mean, Rose-Hulman just 25 points at halftime and shooting just 38%. Rose-Hulman just 1 of 7 from 3. We talked about it already, but for the next 20 minutes, Rose-Hulman has to get back to their offense.
Yes.
Moving in transition, firing from 3. You got to think Joey Schmitz has got to be more involved, right? Joey Schmitz, you look at his numbers from the first half. If you don't know, he's the leading scorer for Rose-Hulman. He's got the 3rd best field goal percentage in the conference. And that says a lot because he is a perimeter shooter. And to shoot so many shots like he does and still be top in the conference in field goal percentage says a lot about his talent. But in the first half today, Sean, just 2 points, 1 of 4 shooting, and 2 turnovers.
Again, just not his half at all. Really didn't see many touches either. But again, when you have someone like Evan Gentili who came in and was the scorer for the first half. He gets extended playing time. Schmitz did play 14 minutes, but, just didn't get as many touches as he probably would want and probably needs to get.
Well, let's put it this way. Rose-Hulman, overall, a pretty rough first half, but to only be down 7 after a pretty rough first half, that's a pretty good sign. And Franklin, those first 10 minutes, they were on fire. They were 10 of 12 from the field. They were blocking shots, but those last 10 minutes, Rose-Hulman started to dig in a little bit. And
they stopped turning the ball over. In the first 4 minutes, they had four or five turnovers. They ended the half with 7.
Yep.
So they did a much better job of taking care of the ball. But now the thing is, they got to make those easy shots. They missed 4 or 5 bunnies at the rim that they cannot miss in the second half.
Also, the Engineers 4 of 8 at the free throw line. So need to knock down free throws, need to finish at the rim, and need to get out and transition more. At least that's our guess. And we'll take a break. We'll be back in a moment. Rose-Hulman down 7 at half.
A lot of times when you come to Rose, students will say the work is hard. And it is.
There's rumors about the difficulties of Rose-Hulman. I would say they're on par for the most part.
But 9 times out of 10, at the end, the student's going to end with that statement, but it's worth it, or I really enjoy it. And I think that's really the key part. Like, if you really like doing something, it's going to be a lot of work.
So the commonality is just the love for science and math. Mathematics is really the basis of all science and engineering. It's the language that we use.
We need to make sure that they have that backbone in order to succeed as future scientists and engineers.
We collaborate as faculty, and they see how one class starts to impact another class.
Math, science, technology, how intertwined they are.
Our students are very driven in everything that they're doing.
Is that opportunity to be pushed, because we do push the student to see what it is that you're actually capable of. We're not just saying, here, go do this hard project. We are right there with them. I think that matters.
Our job is to create a safe place to fail. That would be terrifying if you did that alone.
That results in students that are ready to walk out of the door and into their place of work, ready to be a productive contributor.
So our professors all know us by name.
It was refreshing to know that I would have a relationship with my professors.
And I think that's key. Because of the very low class size here, it gives me, the instructor, an opportunity to actually be engaged with the student.
We know who's struggling, we know who's doing well, we know who's getting it.
Basically, everybody knows everybody here.
The faculty are there for you.
All of our students are advised 100% by faculty.
Your professors already know you. Even if you haven't met them, chances are your professors have talked about you to other professors.
And we do all of our classes in 10 weeks.
Very fast-paced.
So as difficult as the courses might be, as rigorous
and difficult
as it might feel for those 10 weeks, you know that everyone here has your back.
I think the big thing that I want people to always know when I talk about Rose-Hulman is we, the faculty, are here at Rose-Hulman because we love teaching. That is the reason we are here, and I think that sets us apart from all other institutions.
Still halftime between Franklin and Rose-Hulman. Sean, we talked in the pregame about when you're a team like Rose-Hulman, you're number one in the conference. You have been for 2 weeks or so. You are the team that is now being hunted by the other 9 in the HCAC. And right now, it is clear we're seeing Franklin's best punch, especially those first 10 minutes. Sure, maybe the last 10 minutes of the first half weren't great for Franklin, but we are seeing their best right hook.
Yes.
And so far, a 7-point lead for Franklin. If you're head coach Chris Hamilton, and this squad how do you apply more pressure and understand it really does take 40 minutes to beat a number 1 team?
Well, look at college basketball games all day, every day. For teams to play 40 minutes, if you play 40 minutes, you're likely winning a basketball game.
Yeah.
For a team like Rose-Hulman, who is a really good team, they can get hot in an instant. That's why Franklin needs to play 40 minutes. Rose-Hulman could get away with that first half if they play like they normally do. But if they come out flat again in the second half, then Franklin's got a really good shot of taking this victory.
So you're saying for a team like Franklin that's maybe not as explosive offensively, well,
the underdog.
They have to rely on defense turning into offense.
Yes.
They need to rely on chaos and turnovers and physical play.
They're at their best when it's transition offense.
Right.
For sure.
And if you're Rose-Hulman, they can get hot very quick. I mean, they could rattle off 9 points in 45 seconds. They're that type of team, but we're going to need to see some flashes of life. Obviously, Evan Gentili, those 9 first-half points, that was a shot of life, no doubt. And I don't even think Joey Schmidt, sure, he's not playing a great game, but that's just Franklin's defense, man.
Yeah.
Like, that is Franklin's game plan. That is their style of defense. They are making it really tough on Schmitz to not only get touches, but to create his own shot. And as much as we want to put that quote-unquote blame on Joey Schmitz, I think the credit should go to Franklin and what they're doing defensively.
They're doing a really nice job protecting the perimeter for sure. And that's been a big factor to why Rose-Hulman hasn't really been able to hit any shots.
So about a minute or so until the second half starts. If you are Rose-Hulman, if you're Cole Pry, Jack Jenigas, we saw a couple of misses at the rim.
Yeah.
And you said a couple times they've got to clean those up. You think if a couple of those inside back in, well, we're going to have to see some long balls drop these next 20 minutes. It's going to be interesting. Can Franklin's defensive intensity keep up for another 20 minutes? Or can Rose-Hulman's offense find some shots to drop from deep? We shall see. Both teams have broken their huddles. We're just about underway from the second half. It'll be Franklin to start with the ball. Cooper Matthews to trigger the inbound from half court. And here we go. Second half underway between number 1 Rose-Hulman and number 3 Franklin. It's Matthews right side. And the pass is tipped. Nate Smith tries to save it, but he stepped out in the process.
Didn't look like Rose-Hulman was really looking for that ball originally. It looked like it just ricocheted off of a random engineer.
So Franklin retains possession. 13 on the shot clock. And it's Cooper Matthews once again to inbound. Matthews on the drive. He's blocked by Jack Jenigas.
Had some height on him for that one and kind of giving Franklin a taste of their own medicine from the first half.
Down low. It's Pride. Tough angle. And he's blocked.
The 5th block from Franklin today.
They lead the HCAC in blocks per game. They average 3.1 blocks per game. Today they got 5 of them.
Yeah, that number's only going to go up.
So Franklin, a team that leads the conference in both blocks, steals, and offensive rebounds. A gritty type of team. 5 on the shot clock. Schmidt's in a tough position, fading away and missing. Jenigas pulls down the offensive rebound, though.
Big-time offensive rebound. That's actually one key thing that Rose-Hulman is doing pretty well, is actually out-rebounding them when it comes to the offensive rebounds and the rebounds overall. 7 offensive rebounds now for Rose-Hulman, just 3 for Franklin.
So that layup gets the juices flowing for the Engineers. 5-point game. Beverly's pass is tipped loose. but it stays with the Grizzlies.
Schmitz tried to persuade the ref that Moore touched it last, no avail.
Good active hands from the sophomore Joey Schmitz. 5 on the shot clock. Kick out, long range 3, and it's buried.
Wow.
Buried by Zarian Moore, the 6'1 freshman.
Big shot for a freshman. With the Central High School, part of a really, really good team last year.
Oh, a good pass and a better cut by Joey Schmitz as he finally sees a shot go down.
Fantastic pass, though, from Pride.
Matthews not being denied. Foul called on the floor, so the bucket does not count. Cooper Matthews, man, he is a strong player.
He's speedy, too. He's got a lot of quickness with him, which makes him so dangerous as well.
Matthews leading Franklin in scoring with 8 points right now. And he's got the ball baseline. Goes up, misses, and Nate Smith corrals the board and pushes offensively.
Probably not the best shot for Matthews, as that was really forced, double teamed in there. That almost banking off the side of the backboard.
It almost did. Here's Rohan Pearson. Goes up for the dunk, and he is stuffed from the back. Jack Jennings is charged with the foul.
Gentile at the scorer's table.
At the line is Rohan Pearson, fresh off a 21-point performance against Anderson a couple days ago in a 3.77-74 win. Rohan Pearson was the guy down the stretch in that conference win.
How about this? 4 guards in for Rose-Hulman.
In the win against Hanover, head coach Nick Sales said, I wanted to go small. I wanted to have a smaller lineup and see how that worked. And it did, as Rose-Hulman beat Hanover by 20 points when he went small. And he's doing the same thing right here, going with a smaller lineup, a speedier lineup. Let's see how it works out. His team down 7 points. Savovich into traffic. It's a long triple left side, and that draws back iron. Matthews is fouled by Joey Schmitz, a blocking foul. And Nick Sales pleading for Schmitz to slide his feet, move laterally, but it's hard when you got a guy like Cooper Matthews going right at you.
And just playing to drive right past you as well. Again, a lot of speed with him, and that's another thing that makes him so dangerous.
Here's Harrington, nowhere to go. 10 on the shot clock. Matthews way up top. 5 on the shot clock. Matthews driving, stepping back along 2, and he misses left. And last touched by Franklin.
Pride hit the ground.
It was last touched by Jesse Ferris of Franklin.
Franklin's showing some pressure here. Let's see how Rose-Hulman does against the press.
Nate Smith splits defenders, crosses half court. Gentile passes to Cole Pride up top. Cole Pride is nearly intercepted. Instead, it's to Gentile, and Gentile turns it over. More so on Cole Pride than Gentile, you think?
That's
right?
2 bad passes in a row from Pride.
So a bad turnover there. It's that on-ball pressure from Franklin that's so tough. Kobe Studemeyer comes in for Nate Smith.
That first pass from Pride almost off the foot of Gentile, and then the second one, again, just not the greatest pass.
Justin Harrington to Matthews, contested jumper, and it drops in. Big time bucket for Cooper Matthews, who's up to double digits. He's got 10 points.
That leads all scorers.
Gentili being hounded. Schmitz to drive, and he traveled.
He did. A couple of extra jump steps.
That brings us to our first timeout of the second half. Rose-Hulman down 38-29.
IndianaSRN wants to put more kids on TV. And honestly, that's exactly what these kids deserve. They stream more than 350 high school and college games every year, giving Indiana athletes the spotlight they've earned. All games are free to watch with On Demand on their YouTube channel. The cost is amazingly affordable, which means more kids get their moment to shine. IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
At Riskwork, we're Team Indiana through and through, from coaching youth basketball to protecting critical infrastructure. Like our partners at IndianaSRN, we invest in people first. That same grit and leadership on the court drives our work in cybersecurity. We help businesses stay secure, resilient, and ready with no guesswork. If you can trust us to protect the grid, you can surely trust us to protect your Indiana business.
You see Rose-Hulman in the huddle. Nick Sales trying to will his team to deal with this defense of Franklin, and it's just difficult. It's more of the same here early in the second half for Rose-Hulman in their offense, now shooting at 37% and 0 of 3 from deep here in the second half.
I just continue poor shooting. A couple of the shots were forced, but because the shot clock was running low, but again, just give credit to the Franklin defense for that.
So Will McElhaney will now play for Rose-Hulman, the freshman forward. He's joined by Nate Smith, Evan Gentili, Kobe Stoudemire, and Cole Pride. It's a 9-point game. Ferris working on Cole Pride. Not allowed in the paint. Hands off to Matthews, who swishes another jump shot. Cooper Matthews, a pretty stroke from the right elbow. Seems like every one of his makes have been a swish. 11-point game. Cole Pride in the post. Cross court, Stoudemire. His triple, yes!
They needed that badly. Just the second three from Rose-Hulman today.
8-point ball game. Matthews on the drive, he's fouled. Relentless on the dribble drive.
They're going to get Smith on that.
And he's earned a chance for 2 free throws. Cooper Matthews with 12 points. He's taken 14 shots.
But he's also 0 for 2 from the charity stripe.
Cooper Matthews averages 14 points per game on the season. And he swishes the first free throw. Matthews, a 67% free throw shooter. Avery Saunders comes in for Beverly. Matthews swishes back-to-back free throws, and it's a 10-point game. So a comfortable lead if you're Franklin, and they're going to rely more on this defense. It's Nate Smith who breaks the press, goes up, actually passes to Cole Pride, who drops it home.
Great play. Smith able to just really get past the defenders with ease, and then team leading assists over three a game finds Cole Pride for the easy layup.
Good playmaking from Smith there. Puts it back at an 8-point deficit. The Engineers trying to chip away, but Cooper Matthews has something to say about it every time down the floor. As he connects on another bucket. 16 points for Matthews. Double team to Smith. Swing to Studemeyer. Studemeyer drives, kicks, and Smith will take it back outside.
You do not want to dribble into traffic, but again.
Gentili with 10. Gentili scoops it in. And now the defense chants start to come. Home crowd trying to will their team to chip away. It's stolen by Gentili.
They call a foul on Saunders. That's his fourth. That was such a smart play from Gentili. Saunders didn't even see him coming and just ripped the ball right out of his hands.
So Saunders will take his seat. Zarian Moore comes in. So does Connor McNabb. And Saunders leaves with 4 fouls. Some energy in the building here inside Holbert Arena. It feels like Rose-Hulman is so close to clawing back in this game. Double team, so they'll find McElhaney, who's stuffed.
Pearson.
Rohan Pearson from the weak side. And there's some traffic. Nate Smith records the steal. And he looks to attack. Gentili stops and pops, but misses. Nate Smith corrals the rebound.
He was on the ground, got up, and the ball went right to him. Talk about luck.
Nate Smith will slow it down. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Gentili. Cole Pride, left elbow. 5 to shoot. Gentili off the bad pass.
Shoot it.
Has to hoist. He does from long range and misses.
Hit the rim, though.
Ferris. Looking for a pass. Finding Benny Powell. Powell tries the J. Misses short. Grabs his own miss and kicks out to a wide open shooter. Missing as well. 2 offensive rebounds. It's what Franklin has done so well all year, is offensive rebounding.
Not as much today, though. That's just their 4th and 5th offensive rebound, but it feels like a lot more, actually.
It does. It's especially because they're winning, and every offensive rebound is that more deflating. McElhaney's fouled. He is hacked on the floor, and that brings us to a timeout. Rose-Hulman down by 8, inching closer to getting back in this game. We'll be back in a moment on RHIT.TV.
Nanotechnology is in so many different facets of our lives that we don't even realize. So the easy thing is smartphones, nanoscale chips that are in the smartphones. Something else you don't think about are the sensors in all of our cameras. Those sensors that give us the pretty pictures are made by nano engineers. Glitter, it's everywhere, right? Parents' worst nightmare. It's actually a highly designed structure of thin films that they create to have a certain effect. And so that's why you have a single colored glitter, you have a color shift glitter. That's nano engineering.
And welcome back. 12 minutes left, and that's plenty of time. That is plenty of time. Rose-Hulman, 2 of 13 from deep, but it feels like they're starting to play their brand of basketball these last few minutes, right?
Tempo's been up a little bit, which is what you like to see if you're Rose-Hulman. Taking better care of the ball as well. Just 2 turnovers in this second half. Drawing the fouls, making good passes. That's the offense you want to see. Now, just knocking down the open shots. That's the last step in the project.
So it appears Christian Torres will be next to sub in for Rose-Hulman. Torres has only played 8 minutes tonight.
Well, Cole Pride's played 18. And that's why.
Jenigas, baseline, pounds his way closer to the rim and hooks it in.
And again, talk about missing those bunnies in the first half. Not that time.
Here's the shifty Cooper Matthews. It's to Beverly, the Franklin kid. Matthews drives baseline, stops from 16, and buries another. Is that Joey Schmitz called for a foul? I think it is.
Looks like they're going to review to see if there's anything extra that they need to look at.
How about Cooper Matthews in his mid-range game? He is unstoppable from about 15 feet.
That is a really tough shot. I want to see that replay again to see what happened with.
So Joey Schmitz was called for a foul, and officials may be seeing if
they see it via our stream.
There it is. You can see what they're looking at. A technical foul or a flagrant.
Or just a foul overall would be
extremely deflating.
Yeah, detrimental.
Cooper Matthews leads all scorers with 18 points, 8 of 16 from the field. And officials still discussing the fate of Joey Schmitz. Joey Schmitz on the evening. He's gotten just 4 points, 0 of 3 from deep. And they are discussing the call here.
Originally, it didn't look like anything too hostile.
But if you're Franklin, Sean, at this point, you just keep running the offense through Cooper Matthews.
Yes, you do. He's been a stud tonight, especially in the second half.
Cooper Matthews with 10 second half points.
Looks like he's calling an offensive foul.
So they did not upgrade it to a flagrant, just a common foul.
But that's actually a lot worse because that's a turnover.
Yep.
They would have been better off if it was an and one potentially.
Franklin keeps the ball because of the Joey Schmitz
foul. That's why it hurts so much. A bucket here would really hurt Rose-Hulman.
Yeah. Franklin looking to really make it sting. Matthews down to Spellman. And Spellman is called for an offensive foul. And guess who? Joey Schmitz making up for the foul a few seconds ago. And he's got a big, wide smile on his face.
Yeah, they needed that.
They did.
That was risky.
Very gratifying for Joey Schmitz, picking up the charge.
Take a look at that again. Yep, outside the cylinder, he was set. Great call from the officials.
So now, once again, 8-point game within arm's reach. Stoudemire on the drive, and he is hit from the back. It is Will Spellman called for the foul, the sophomore. And Stoudemire will head to the free throw line.
77% free throw shooter. Again, looking at that charge again. Set again, a great call.
Stoudemire sets his feet and misses the first one. Rose-Hulman 4 of 9 at the free throw line.
It's been an issue.
Stoudemire averages 20 minutes per game. And he buries the second of 10. So a 7-point game with under 11 minutes left. Schmitz tries to steal. He gets it. Feeds up to Stoudemire, who puts in the easy layup. Great steal from Schmitz. Now a 5-point game. And this might be Rose-Hulman's best chance.
It is.
Gentili, another steal. And Gentili puts it in.
There you go. A 3-point game very quickly. We mentioned that their offense could come alive in the span of 45 seconds, and there it is.
Yes.
Good defense turning into good offense before a foul on Gentili.
And that might have been 4 points in about 10 seconds.
Maybe even less.
So 2 quick steals, 2 quick buckets. The crowd's in the game now, and it's now a 3-point game. So this is what we said coming into the second half is Rose-Hulman, they can rattle off points in the blink of an eye, and there it is right there. A 1-score game. Matthews, nowhere to go. Dumps off Spellman. Spellman in traffic. Back to Matthews. Matthews intercepted.
Another turnover.
Gentili pushing the break. He finds Studemeyer. The corner 3, too short. It would have been a big-time triple. Studemeyer jumps in the air, and it leaves a wide-open lane for Harrington.
Looked like Spellman and Jenigas just collided, and that's why there was an open lane.
Both teams going 100 miles an hour these last few possessions. Here's Gentili, double teamed and blocked.
That shot was a little forced.
6th block of the game for Franklin.
You know, if you're being double teamed, there's always a teammate open, so you might want to look for the open teammate.
And how about this defensive pressure by Rose now? Their presence being felt. And now defense chance for the home crowd. Matthews in the lane. It last touched his knee, and it's Engineer basketball.
Take a look at that last steal. Great double team from Schultz. And then Gentili just able to get the right read and get the steal and scoop.
Gentili leads the Engineers with 13 points. 5-point game. 9 minutes left. Here's Gentili off the catch. Misses left side.
I'm okay with that shot. You know, it was a good shot, open shot, just didn't go in.
The other way. Matthews palms the ball. Harrington. Feed down low. It's out to Ferris all alone, and he makes Rose pay from deep.
And that is the point I made in that last possession. If you're being double teamed, there's always an open teammate. You got to find him.
We'll be right back on RHIT.TV.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
So Rose-Hulman this second half, shooting the ball much, much better at 45%, but just 1 of 8 from deep here in the second half. So more of the same with three-point shooting.
Yeah, poor three-point shooting, just not being able to find it even when wide open. At what point does it get mental?
Engineers as a team 2 of 15 from deep today. And Nick Sales calls out a play. Franklin looks to be in a zone. Schmitz, top of the key. Oh, just can't get it.
Can't find it. Can't find the bottom of the net when it comes to open shots.
That was the look right there. A beautiful, well-executed play. Got their best shooter a wide open look, and they just can't convert. but they retain possession, down 8. Schmitz steps back, loses the handle, and they'll kick it out. Now he looks left, shoots left, and misses off the backboard. Matthews spins and passes to Beverly.
A quick 7-0 run for Franklin after it was a 3-point game.
Studemeyer all alone, finally.
There's someone down for Franklin.
And, oh no, there is. And it looks to be Rohan Pearson. No, it's not. It is, I'm unsure. Look at that dunk from Beverly. Raised the roof. And then on the flip side, Kobe Studemeyer bangs in the triple. And we'll take a break. We'll be right back on RHIT.TV.
At Rose-Hulman, our goal is to give our students the world's best STEM education in an environment of individual attention and support, all while achieving over 98% job placement after graduation. Your first year at Rose is all about building community. During your time at Rose, you'll be collaborating with other students in a diverse array of clubs, intramurals, and out in the community. You might be in the 40% of students that play a sport, or the third that are involved in fraternities and sororities. Over 90% of all Rose-Hulman students have at least one internship, co-op or research opportunity, or study abroad by the start of their senior year. Your degree in STEM means you won't be stuck on one path, though. STEM is all about creative problem solving, and Rose-Hulman is a place where creative minds thrive. The skills you learn here will help you reach your career goals and will grow with you as a person for the rest of your life.
So it's Zarian Moore who went down with the injury, and he's being helped out by his coach and teammate. Extremely unfortunate. And he's being taken care of on the sideline.
That's too bad.
An emotional loss for Franklin. Zarian Moore, a freshman from Evansville, and we hope he's okay, but both sides now acting as a full timeout. And right as Moore went down, Kobe Studemeyer knocked down a 3-point shot to make it a 7-point game. So Rose-Hulman still in arm's reach of tying this thing up.
And Studemeyer now hit 2 threes today.
But
just
now,
a 27% 3-point shooter, so like it's probably the last person you would expect to hit 2 threes.
no Daniel Savovich, no Nate Smith, and no Cole Pride on the court. Instead, it's Christian Torres, Kobe Studemeyer, Evan Gentili, Joey Schmitz, and Jack Jenigas. And Franklin's got the ball. 7.5 minutes to go. And here's the press. And Franklin breaks it. Cooper Matthews up top to slow down the offense. He finds Beverly. Beverly finds Harrington. Harrington left side triple. It rims out. And the Engineers draw a foul. It's on Jesse Ferris, his third foul.
Ferris is 6'5" forward.
Studemeyer. Schmitz right side. Schmitz to drive. Back outside. Studemeyer driving now. Keeps dribble alive. extra pass. It's Torres, Jenigis, great defense. Jenigis in the paint, left hand shot short. Torres offensive rebound and put back.
Now just a 5-point game, and here comes some more pressure. Franklin was really struggling with that earlier, but gets that one with a bit of ease this time.
It's Cooper Matthews who is fouled.
I think he just lost control. They're giving him 2 shots on that?
It did not look like a shot. Officials say it is, though. Here's a look at that offensive rebound. Good strong finish by Christian Torres.
That's the 4th on Gentili.
And Matthews missing the first attempts. A big miss at the line. Franklin 8 of 13 at the free throw line today. And here's Matthews' second, and that one also no good. So an empty trip at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
That's now just 2 of 6 from the charity stripe.
Jenigis in the post, loses the handle, stays with it. Here he is. And he falls down. Refs say he was fouled on the ground.
The Franklin fans who made their way from Franklin not very happy with that call.
So they call the foul on the floor, and one more foul, and Rose-Hulman will be in the bonus. Schmitz drives baseline, swings to Studemeyer, and it's tipped away by Beverly. And the Engineers will trigger the inbound in front of their bench.
This game got very interesting pretty quickly, but I thought it was going to be a little bit more high scoring, but if you take a look at Franklin's defense, it makes sense to why it's not. But Studemeyer going off right now, 11 points for him, and now just a 3-point game, and that was, thought it was going to be a turnover.
How about Studemeyer? Pretty mid-range shot, now a 3-point game. Here's the replay. Look at that pretty shot. One possession game with 6 minutes to go. Franklin has led for the entire game. And now just up by 3. At one point they were up 11.
How about this? After a 7-0 run from Franklin, Rose-Hulman's answer right back, and a turnover, chance for Rose-Hulman to tie it.
Cooper Matthews throws it away, and now the Engineers can even this thing up.
It looked like he just lost control of it. I don't think he was trying to pass it. It looked like he just lost his dribble.
It has not been a pretty game for Rose-Hulman, but all things considered, they're only down 3. Here's Studemeyer trying to tie it. He can't. Jennings gets the rebound. Fight for it, and he's fouled on the way up.
Thought he might get the shot to fall, but no. Big offensive rebound. And again, that's the 11th offensive rebound from Rose-Hulman today.
Encouraging sign. Here's Jack Jennings. Jennings with 8 points. His first trip to the line tonight, and he draws back iron on the first attempt.
It's a 58% free throw shooter.
Rose-Hulman just 5 of 10 at the line tonight. Here's Jennings' second, and he misses that one too.
Rose-Hulman 5 of 12 from the charity stripe.
53-50. Harrington splits the defense. Euro steps, missing the floater. Pretty move, but couldn't get the shot to fall. It's Gentili left side. Looks to drive. He's met by a double team. Kicks out Studemeyer to tie it. No, he airballed. And it's a wide open lane for Harrington. as he puts in the layup. And Harrington's
And he's
on
hurt.
the ground. He looks to be hurt. Christian Torres, some impacts after that. So it leaves Gentili a wide open three, and he buries it. And Chris Hamilton is livid. You can't stop a fast break play like that, but Chris Hamilton arguing.
Hamilton wanted a foul on the shot as well.
So it was 4 on 5 as Harrington's still on the ground. As a look at Gentili's three, which tied the game. So Justin Harrington still down on the ground under the basket. A look at the three-pointer that tied this thing at 53.
That's the second time that when Rose-Hulman's had numbers because of an injury, they've hit a three.
Harrington getting some medical attention, still on the ground, and now he is helped up. So we've seen 2 injuries for Franklin in the second half. Zarian Moore, and now Justin Harrington, 2 of their lead players are out for the time being. So now Franklin undermanned for the final 4.5 minutes and only up by 2.
Wow.
So now in the huddle for Franklin, that's not an easy thing to come back from, seeing 2 of your players get hurt in this second half alone. So how can they handle their emotions? And
that's hard to do, but at this point, you got to play for those 2 guys.
Yeah.
Especially if you feel like Harrington's call was missed, you got to play for that. You got to fight for that.
Yeah. So now on the floor for Franklin, it's Dylan Beverly, Avery Saunders, Will Spellman, Cooper Matthews, and Rohan Pearson.
You know, that is good on the officials, though, to not give a technical foul to Chris Hamilton because he was defending his player. You completely understand why he went, why he was red hot.
Saunders at the rim, and he puts it in off the glass, up to a 4-point game. And Rose-Hulman back to a 2-score hole with just over 4 to play. It's Gentili, nowhere to go. Joey Schmitz loses control, under 10 to shoot. They find Torres down low. Schmitz steps back, left side, triple, misses. Schmitz now 0 of 5 from deep tonight.
Just
Matthews.
4 points for him as well.
And Cooper Matthews fouled on the perimeter. It was on the pass. And that brings us to a timeout. Franklin leads 57-53. Rose-Hulman looking for one last push. We'll be right back on RHIT.TV.
Rose allowed me to have a good foundation as an engineer. Like, you enjoy solving those problems. There are 500 different directions that we could go, and only one is likely the right one that's going to work. Figuring out why it works or why it could work, what could break, like really thinking 5 steps ahead. That's what Rose teaches you to do. It's not a factory of like just trying to get people out the door and getting them their degrees. Like, they genuinely care about each individual student. They want you to walk away feeling like you got out of it what you wanted. That's what sets Rose-Hulman apart. Together, we are Rose-Hulman.
Welcome back to Holbert Arena. 3.5 minutes left. The Engineers looking to remain as number 1 in the HCAC and trying to extend their winning streak to 5 straight games, which would be their longest streak of the season. And for Franklin, they're looking to go on the road and win 3 straight games and move up from their number 3 spot in the conference.
Yeah, they would be tied second in the conference. Mount St. Joseph didn't have a game today. I'm not sure if they did or not.
Rose-Hulman just 4 of 21 from deep. And it's Cooper Matthews at the free throw line. This 1-and-1, and it rims out.
He is ice cold from the charity stripe, just 2 of 7.
Yeah, both teams shooting it pretty bad from the line. 4-point game. Here's Joey Schmitz. You gotta think he's gonna have to get going. Instead, they'll feed Cole Pride and do it down low in the paint.
Cole Pride had a nice long rest. I think he's ready to play the rest of the game. He's approaching 20 minutes that he's played.
Crowd getting into this 2-point ball game, 3 minutes left. It's been a tight second half, and Cooper Matthews draws the foul on the baseline. It's Kobe Studemeyer who is charged with it.
But at this point, if you want anyone to be shooting free throws, it is Matthews, because he is just 2 of 7 from the charity stripe. LeBron Benny Powell checks back in.
Matthews, 2 of 7 at the line, another 1-and-1. And that time he sinks it.
He's thinking to himself,
please go in.
Finally. He was thinking to himself, finally. Because he had missed 3 straight.
Maybe a sigh of relief for him. He's up to 19 points and make it 20. He leads all scorers tonight with 20 points. And the lead back up to 4. Rose-Hulman trying to inbound it, and they do to
They got lucky.
Yeah, nearly turned over, but Joey Schmitz controls. Looks to be running a set play. Studemeyer, way outside. Gets a screen and the switch. Schmitz on the drive, Euro steps and lays it home.
Back to a 2-point game. Now can Rose-Hulman defend without fouling? It's been kind of been an issue the last couple of possessions.
The Grizzlies have led for the entire game. Lead only up to 2. Saunders in the paint, and he is fouled by Jack Jenigas.
Guess to answer my question, no.
But you got to like your odds at the line.
He's a 72% free throw shooter. Saunders is.
It's been a weird day at the free throw line.
Mm-hmm. Both teams really struggling from the charity stripe.
Saunders.
Rose-Hulman, 5 of 10. Franklin, 10 of 17.
Saunders.
Gentili fouled out as well. That's another big thing to note.
Gentili led Rose-Hulman with 16 points, and he's out for the final 2 minutes and 16 seconds. Saunders, his first trip tonight at the line. First one rattles out. Here's second free throw, and that one he makes. 3-point game. Back to a 1-score game, and a big miss with Evan Gentili being fouled out. So someone will have to step up. And Nick Sales went with Daniel Savovich, the upperclassman. Over 2 minutes now. The clock starting to wind down. Only so many chances left for Rose-Hulman. Pride inside. Kicks Savovich. Savovich to Schmitz. Schmitz to tie the game, and he can't. Fight for the board, and a foul called underneath.
They've had a lot of bodies on the ground today. Very physical.
Tough shooting night for Joey Schmitz. 0 of 5 from 3. Here's Christian Torres to sub in for Jack Jenigas. So now the Engineers in the bonus.
This is more so for rebounding. Pride 2 of 4 from the charity stripe.
Cole Pride 10 points, 5 rebounds. The 1-and-1 and sinks it. 2-point contest. Pride to go 2 for 2. He can, but Savovich is there for cleanup.
I would like to have seen Studemeyer shoot that.
Instead, he'll take it back outside. 10 on the shot clock. Studemeyer, right side. Gets inside the lane, blocked by LeBron Benny Powell.
Block remind me a little bit of another LeBron.
LeBron chase down block. And a timeout called by Nick Sales. Nick Sales wants time to think this one over. And we will be right back, a 2-point game inside Holbert Arena. There's a look at the Sports Information Director for Rose-Hulman Athletics, James Vinson. Hard at work right there. Very good communicator with the broadcast team, setting up opportunities to talk with both Nick Sales and Devin Paul. And we'll hear from Nick Sales after the game for our post-game show. Minute 34. Engineers down 2. Here's Joey Schmitz, baseline, floater, and we're tied up at 60.
The first tie of the game.
And no better time than with over a minute left. 60-60. And Chris Hamilton wants a timeout before the crowd started to get loud. And we'll stay here.
The crowd's going to get loud no matter what, though.
And here's that replay. Schmitz maybe drawn up for a 3. Instead,
if you look out there, Studemeyer was wide open, but Schmitz took the risky shot and it paid off well for him.
So Schmitz, tough shooting night from deep. He's got 8 points and 7 rebounds. And no bigger shot than that one right there that tied this thing up. Another look at it. He would not be denied. Step through to the lane and a pretty finish. Schmitz up to 8 points. Gentili fouled out, but if you're Chris Hamilton in this huddle, who do you draw this play up for?
You gotta draw it to someone who's had answers for most of the night, and that would be Cooper Matthews. For sure, 20 points for him, 8 of 16 from the field. Has not made a 3, but has been really stellar.
You gotta wonder, maybe look for a high-quality look. Don't go 3-point hunting, right?
That's opportunity. Or you use him to go through your offense. And I believe it is Saunders who's in right now. Find an open pass for him and get him an easy shot as well.
So the Franklin Grizzlies undermanned 2 players out with injury in the second half. Trying to go on the road against number 1 Rose-Hulman and escape with a win. The Engineers have trailed all game long until this very moment. And they're looking to win 5 straight games and remain at number 1 in the HCAC. They inbound to Cooper Matthews, who leads all scorers with 20 points. And here's the crowd on their feet. Beverly back to Matthews. Matthews to Ferris. Perimeter defense. It's pretty good. 2 to shoot. Fade away. Spellman, no. And Ferris grabs the miss. A ginormous offensive rebound.
You're gonna let him play.
10 on the shot clock. Here's Matthews up top. Stops inside the arc. Finds his teammate. Kick out. Ferris triple. Missing. Spellman the rebound, and he lays it in. No easier shot than that, and it was made possible, Sean, by offensive rebounds.
Just the 8th, though, for Franklin. Again, it feels like a lot more. Next, Coach Sill's going to let him play through.
25 seconds left. Studemeyer on the drive, steps back for 3, and he's got the lead. Kobe Studemeyer.
Wow. Studemeyer having the hot hand today. 14 points for him.
Woo.
Have
3
a
triples.
day, Studemeyer.
Look at him coming off the screen, step back, triple, yes. And the bench loves it. It forced a Franklin timeout. 20 and 2/10 left. And here's our aerial look. That's the shot of the game. Yes, the first lead comes with 20 seconds on the clock. But they need one more stop. They need to get a stop.
Another stop, and they need to get a rebound, too.
Well, we just saw the Grizzlies go down and get 2 offensive rebounds and an easy putback.
That's the point.
And it's not like they're in a catch and shoot situation. They have time to get organized. But Kobe Studemeyer, the upperclassman, came off the bench in this thing tonight and has had an incredible game. 14 points and 3 triples. 1 point lead for Rose-Hulman, 20 seconds left. Cooper Matthews to cross half court. It's to Beverly. Now Matthews. Matthews on the drive, and he's tied up. They call a foul.
Wow.
A foul.
That looked like a jump ball. Calling it on the floor, but still 2 shots.
Oh my goodness. Stoudemire thought he tied Matthews up. Nick Sales thought it was a jump ball. But no, it's a foul. The defense collapsed.
Wow.
But Matthews, Sean, he's only 4 of 9 at the line. Oh. Swishes the first. A sub comes in, it's LeBron Penny Powell. Will Spellman takes a seat. 9.5 seconds. Matthews' second try, and he buries another one. It's going to come down to this shot right here. 64-63, 9 seconds, Studemeyer. 7 seconds, he's going to cross half court. Studemeyer, hands off to Schmitz. Schmitz steps through for the win, and he misses left. And Franklin escapes on the road.
Wow.
An emotional win and an emotional finish. An incredible game, Sean.
It is, and it's good to go. It's good to see the players go greet their teammates who are on the sideline right now with ice packs who got hurt in the second half. A great win for this Grizzlies team.
It's like what you said. Play for your teammates. That's exactly what Franklin did. Both of these teams, top 3 in the HCAC, and this is about as competitive of a game as you'll ever see. 64-63, the final score. The last shot came down. to Joey Schmitz, who had an open look up top, and it just wasn't his night. 0 of 7 from deep for Schmitz. In a fitting end, Franklin's defense prevails. Rose-Hulman ends the night 5 of 24 from 3. But a learning experience for Rose-Hulman, isn't it?
Yes. But still, for Franklin, how much did they lose in this game? A couple of starters going down.
But how about that Kobe Studemeyer shot? It looked bleak. Rose-Hulman in a tough spot. But Kobe Studemeyer answered down the stretch. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back with head coach Nick Sales. Rose-Hulman drops this one 64-63. Back in a moment on RHIT.TV.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with a blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there, it's just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family, come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
This is LifeWise Academy. It's a program that teaches Bible-based character education to public school students during school hours. Not before school and not after, but during school hours.
So here's how this works. The students will leave this school building, hop on this bus, take a short ride across the street to the church. I can see the steeple from here, have Bible class, hop back on the bus, head back to school. It's that simple.
Go to lifewise.org to find your school.
A great lawn starts with the right equipment. At Reynolds Farm Equipment, we're here to help you make mowing easier and more enjoyable. From zero turns to lawn tractors, John Deere mowers give you the power, precision, and comfort to get the job done right. Plus, with expert service and support from Reynolds, you can spend less time worrying about your mower and more time enjoying the results. Reynolds Farm Equipment, your local John Deere dealer since 1955.
Welcome back to Holbert Arena, a extremely close game, 64-63, the final from John Muchner Court. I'm Charlie Harris alongside Sean Shepard. And Sean, what a fun game it was. Rose-Hulman started out slow. I want to say it was an 11-2 deficit those first few minutes. They trailed by 7 at halftime. Just a slow start, but in that second half, much better. They shot 46% in that second half. They outscored Franklin 38-32 in the second half, but just not enough. But moving forward, you got to think it's the shooting that's got to be better.
3-point shooting and the fouling as well. 21 free throws for Franklin, which he converted on 13 of those, but still also just 6 of 14 from the charity stripe as well. So overall, a poor shooting day from anything other than the inside the paint.
Free throw shooting as well was rough. 6 of 14. And in close games, free throws become so important, and there was no closer game than like tonight. But for Franklin, they weren't much better shooting free throws. Franklin 13 of 21 at the free throw line today. It was just a tight defensive game the entire way. Rose-Hulman, their strength is to get out in transition, score quick when the defense is not set, get open looks from three. They just didn't have those tonight. But yet they still found a way to take the lead with 20 seconds thanks to Kobe Studemeyer's big-time triple. Studemeyer,
he was the bright spot.
Maybe he's the player of the game. Evan Gentili, also a great game, but Studemeyer had some big-time shots down the stretch.
if Rose Holman would have won this game, it would be no doubt. But because Franklin won, you also got to look at Cooper Matthews.
Yeah.
22 points, led the entire game with 22 points, and the next player behind him just had 11. So it was really the Cooper Matthews show.
Yeah. Cooper Matthews, 6 of 11 on his free throws, but he was tough to stop. His mid-range game was working. He's extremely powerful when he gets to the rim. He's a tough cover. There's no good way of guarding him because he's so strong, so quick. He can shoot the ball, so just a hard player to guard. But Franklin, they are a team that is hungry. They had 2 guys go down with injury today, Zarian Moore.
Best for them.
Zarian Moore, and I'm blanking on the other name.
It was Harrington.
Justin Harrington as well. So 2 guys go down. It's tough to respond to that emotionally, right? You have 2 guys go down with what could be a rough injury, I don't know, but it's just tough to respond like that. But in a road environment, your 2 guys go down. You lose the lead with 20 seconds, but you still eke out a win. That says a lot about Chris Hamilton and this Franklin team.
A lot of grittiness with this squad.
Yeah, very.
And it showed that these guys are also really playing together, because after the game, after the win, most of the team went over there to consult the 2 players that were hurt, and so it just shows that those guys really connected with each other, and that's why they are doing really well this season. Now 12-7, 8-3 in conference play. So
So Franklin, they advance to 12-7, and Rose Holman, they fall to 12-7. Rose Holman 9-3 now in conference play. Franklin up to 8-5 in conference play. So both of these teams are going to be back and forth maybe in the conference standings the rest of the way. But one last time, Joey Schmitz, I hate to beat a dead horse, but 8 points, 4 of 13 from the field. It just wasn't his night, and you got to give the credit to Franklin. They made it tough on him. I didn't honestly, maybe two threes that were wide open, but outside of 2 looks, Franklin made it really, really difficult on him to get in rhythm.
Including that last shot, really had to go off one leg to get the shot even off, and just at the back of the iron, and just couldn't get it to fall.
But you got to be happy at least he got the shot off at the end. He wasn't blocked. They got the look, and they got it to their best player, their best shooter. It just didn't go down. Just an off night. Lost it in the margins. 1-point game. Certainly Rose Holman, a team that can respond from this. It's, their 4-game winning streak is snapped. They lost by 1. This is a type of game that can make Rose Holman stronger in the future, right?
Especially, but talking about blocks, 7 blocks for the conference leading team in blocks, averaging over 3 a game coming into this game. That's only going to go up after 7 blocks.
Yeah.
3 of them from the hometown hero, Beverly. He had a solid game as well, both on the offensive side and defensive side. 6 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals, and 3 blocks. So did a little bit of everything today.
Yeah, 5 steals, 7 blocks, and only 10 turnovers for Rose Holman. They had 5 turnovers in those first 3 minutes or so, and only 5 more turnovers the last 16 minutes. So they cleaned up, taking care of the ball the rest of the way. So there's still a lot of positives for Rose Holman moving forward. Just a close loss today to a really, really good team in Franklin. And we are now seeing Coach Nick Sales head up after talking to his team, and we'll be with him. And
which means I have to move. So
yeah, you're gonna have to move.
Goodbye.
See you, Sean. That's Sean Shepard. Coach joining us here in just a few seconds, gunning it up the stairs right now. Hey, Coach.
How we doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm hanging in there, man.
Yeah.
Have better days.
Hello, Coach. I'm Charlie Harris, joined by Rose Holman head coach Nick Sales. First of all, Coach, thank you for joining me, and I just want to say what a tight, gritty game it was. I mean, I want to ask about the start of this game. I mean, you guys took the lead with 20 seconds, played much better basketball down the stretch, but opening the game, maybe a lethargic start. What do you think was the cause to that slow start?
Yeah, I mean, I just don't think we were ready to go. I have no clue why. It's no excuse for it. And I thought Franklin came ready to go, man. Coach Hamilton did a really good job of preparing his guys to come in here and win the game. And, Cooper Matthews is a really good player, and he, did a great job of leading his team to a victory. And they made just one more play than us down the stretch.
Yeah. They're a tough defense. They statistically the most steals per game, the most blocks per game. They forced turnovers. You guys limited turnovers today. You had 5 turnovers in the first 4 minutes, and then only 5 more the rest of the game. So, how did you counter that tough defense?
Yeah, I think for us, man, they mixed up some coverages, and our guys, we made a couple of decisions instead of making reads. I thought we had our mind made up a couple times, and that really hurt us. We also missed some free throws. That really hurt us. But again, when you let a team like this get going and the energy right away with the 5 steals that they had early, now their guys are getting going in transition, and it made things tough for us for the rest of the game.
Yeah. Kobe Studemeyer, down the stretch, huge triple. I think he had 3 threes, a beautiful mid-range shot there. What can you say about his performance in that second half?
He was a senior that wanted to win this game, and I wish he didn't have a bad coach that didn't give him the ball in the middle of the floor at the end of the game.
Yeah. Well, Coach, you guys played Transy on Saturday.
Yeah.
Just a 1-point game, a 1-point loss today. You guys have just won 4 straight. How can a game like this kind of make you guys hungry or make you guys better?
We should be hungry every time we step on the floor. We had a really good position. We got a really good team, and that's what I'm pretty disappointed about. I got to do a better job of getting these guys more prepared next time we step on the floor, and I'm going to work my butt off to do that.
All right, Coach, thank you so much, and good luck against Transylvania.
Thank you so much. Thanks for doing this for us.
And that's the final. Rose-Hulman, tight loss 64-63.
Absolutely.
Yeah, see ya. Thank you. And that'll do it from Hobart Arena. The Franklin Grizzlies take a close road win. And that'll do it. Thank you all for joining us. For Sean Shepard, I'm Charlie Harris, saying so long, and we'll see you next time on RHIT.TV.